Morning, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday morning yoga class. I'm Chrissy Morgan. This is my beautiful model, Adam. And today we're going to need, it's a good idea to have a couple of blocks or big textbooks or like a shoebox or something nearby in case you need a prop. And you might want to have like a strap or a belt close by as well. So feel free to take a look, go grab something like that if you need it. And we're going to start in a seated position, like Adam here. Comfortable seat. You can let your hands rest on the tops of your knees or on your thighs. Let your eyes drift closed. Then root down through your sit bones and notice if your weight is evenly distributed. You might rock side to side a little bit, maybe back and forth. And find that kind of sweet spot in your seat where you're able to find a little bit of levity in your spine, where each vertebra can stack one on top of the next. Your shoulders effortlessly draw down the back. You can lift up through your ears and the roof of your mouth. Find a little bit more space in your neck. And then put a slight tuck to your chin. Lift up through the back of your head. Relax the tongue away from the roof of your mouth and find a little bit of space between your top and bottom teeth. Shift your awareness from the outside world and whatever it took for you to get here today. And start to turn your gaze more inward. Shift your focus to your five senses. Tasting the inside of your mouth. Feeling the air that surrounds your skin, temperature, the clothing touching your body touching the floor. Your eyes are closed. Taking respite for just a few moments from seeing. Focusing on the sound of your breath and on my voice. The invitation here to find a slight constriction in the back of your throat, your ujjayi breath. It's just a slight kind of tension to the epiglottis in the back of your throat so that when you inhale and exhale through your nose, it sounds a little bit like the sound of an ocean, waves crashing on the beach. The ujjayi breath is a great tool to use throughout your practice for warming up the body, releasing any tension, and finding a state of meditation, especially in difficult poses. So invitation to maintain the ujjayi breath for as long as you can and to return to it as needed. You can open your eyes if you'd like to, or you're welcome to keep them closed, but let's start to sync our breath to movement. So Inhale, round the spine forward, reach your heart, lift up through the crown of the head, drop the shoulders down your back. And as you exhale, you can grab onto your knees, round your spine, rock backwards, let your chin tuck into your throat, taking a couple of seated cat-cows. Inhale, rock forward, heart reaches forward. Exhale, round back. Inhale forward. Take a couple more of these on your own. Syncing your breath to movement. If it feels good for your body, you can also start to circle as you sync your breath to your movement. Inhale forward and maybe slowly exhale as you circle to the left and back. Inhaling right and forward. Focusing on any sticky spots in your spine. And change directions. And then let your next inhale bring you back to tall, comfortable seat. And then you're going to start to close your knees, bring your feet to the floor. And then you can use your hands if you'd like, or maybe see if you can find a little momentum to push yourself forward and come up to standing. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Soft bend in your knees, bring your hips over your ankles, tuck your tailbone. Shoulders glide down the back, palms face forward. Inhale, reach your fingertips down and then up. Palms kiss at the top. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Drag your palms down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, drag your hands down. One more time. Inhale, reach your arms up. This time, bend your elbows so that your prayer hands come behind your heart. Reach up through the elbows, through the sides of the waist, through your ears. Deep inhale here. And exhale, hinge at the hips, bend forward, shift your weight forward slightly. Reach the elbows forward. Knees. Lift. Reach the elbows straight forward, come for a flat back. Press the palms together behind your neck. Exhale, forward fold. Your hands, you can grab opposite elbows. Let your head and neck hang heavy. Getting long from the tip of your tailbone and your sit bones all the way to the crown of your head. Complete effortlessness here. You can shake your head, no. Maybe nod it, yes. Maybe find little circles here, just releasing any tension in the neck. Soften in your knees, shift your weight just slightly forward so you're not completely down into the heels. Reach up the sky. And find a little bit more release through the spine. On your next release your elbows, let your hands hang, and then tuck your tailbone under and very button in towards your spine, and very slowly let yourself come up like a rag doll. One vertebra at a time until you've stacked all the way up to your neck. Your head is the last thing to come up. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Wrap your right fingers around your left wrist and exhale over to the right, getting long through the left side waist. Your gaze can look under your left arm. That is good for your neck. And then inhale here, pull with your right fingers on the left wrist to find a little bit more length through the left side body. And then see if you can tuck your tailbone, soft bend in your knees, tuck your chin in towards your throat, and gaze up under your left arm. And keep breathing here on your own. And then on your next exhale, come back up to center. Switch the grip, so left fingers around your right wrist. Inhale here, get a little longer and taller. And exhale, fold over to the right. Gaze looks under the right arm. Hug that left hip into the midline. See if you can get a little bit longer through the right side of the body. And at the bottom of your next exhale, let's come back up to center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Plant hands and step 1 foot back at a time to high plank. Bring your heels over your toes. Tailbone tucks under. Lift up through the heart. Hold it. Spread wide. Tuck your chin in, tuck the tailbone. Reach your head forward. Lift your belly button in and up. And on your next exhale, bend your elbows back and come to low plank chaturanga. Not all the way down to the floor. Hovering here, draw the belly button in and squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Press all 10 going into the floor, and then squeeze so much through the back of the heart that your head floats up. Forward. Get long through the sides of your neck. Squeeze the back of your heart. And then see if you can draw your belly button in, even just a fraction of a millimeter. Squeeze it, and then exhale. Maybe your feet float off the floor. Maybe you can hover your hands off the floor and really squeeze the backs of your shoulders. And exhale, float down. Flip your boat up through a push-up. And send your hips up and back to down dog. Looking back to your feet, make sure that your heels are disappearing behind your toes. A very soft bend in your knees. Reach the heels for the floor, even just energetically, it's okay if you don't touch. And then send the hips up and back, pressing through the hands. Bring your ears between your biceps. Maybe you take a moment to chin tuck. into the, then inhale underneath, feet up to the big toes together, heels slightly apart, forward fold, bottom of the exhale. Inhale, fingertips to chins, half lift for flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down to reach up, come all the way up, palms kiss at the top, maybe your gaze looks up. Exhale, drag your hands down to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, float down. Bottom of the exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back one at a time, and chaturanga. Repeat, inhale, up dog. Heart reaches forward. Lift up through the crown of the head. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward. Step one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, root down to reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, float down. Bottom of your exhale, plant your hands, and this time step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Pause here for a moment. You can come to heel foot on your right toes. Send that left heel back. Really energetically. Flex the toes back towards the shin. And then notice if you have equal weight distribution through your right and left hands. Do you need to draw the left shoulder down slightly? And then on your next inhale, rock forward to half. And then see if you can draw heel first between your fingers. Inhale, reach your arms up for crescent on the left side. Find a soft bend in the right knee. And bring the right heel over the right toes. Might mean that you need to widen your stance slightly. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. See if you can tuck the tailbone, buckle those front hip points together, engage the belly, and then find a little bit more space and levity in the ribs. And reach the fingertips up from your ribs. Drop the shoulders down the back so you're not tensing up here, really releasing. We tend to hold around the shoulders and the neck and get a lot of neck and shoulder tension from it. So be aware of it here. Return to the Ujjayi breath. Return to your five senses. Then inhale, reach up through the fingertips. On your exhale, reach forward. Pause here for a moment. Belly comes away from the left thigh. Reach those fingertips forward, reach the right heel back. Lift up through the right hip a little bit, the back of the right thigh. And then on your exhale, plant your hands and then launch yourself up to standing splits. Reaching the right heel back. Fold over the left leg. Really reaching back through the right foot. And then notice, are you holding any tension in your head and neck here? Can you let it go? Inhale, half lift. Get long and flat through the back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, put a deep and very carefully tap those right toes back. Inhale, reach back up for crescent pose. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left to meet the right and chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Soft bend in those knees. Hang over your legs for just a moment. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, reach your arms up, come up to mountain pose, palms kiss at the top. And exhale, drag your hands down to meet your heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Bottom of your exhale, plant your hands. You can step forward, but keep your elbows bent if you're hopping back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, the right leg up. Back towards the shin and see if you can square your and come up to high heel. Square the shoulders, get long through the neck. And then on your next inhale, rock forward to your heart, tuck up to your glute. Inhale, reach your arms up for crescent. Soft bend in the left knee. Can you get that left heel over the left toes? Square the hips to that front edge of the mat. Buckle the hip points together. Right knee is over the right ankle. Front ribs stitched together. Engage your core here and find a little bit more opening through that left front hip crease. As you engage your core, do you notice that you find a little bit more space in your upper body? Can you find some levity in your fingertips? Return to the Ujjayi breath. And on your next exhale, fold forward, keeping the belly away from the top of your thigh. Chin tucks in. Reach from the crown of your head to the back of your left heel. Fingertips reach forward. Hug everything into the midline. Scissor the inner thighs together energetically. And on your next exhale, plant your hands next to or in front of your right foot and launch yourself up to standing splits. Again, tuck the chin into the throat. Let toes flex back to the shin. And let it all go. Hang over that right leg. And I know we say standing splits, that makes us think we're going for total verticality in the left leg, but really we want to reach it back. We want to keep those hips square. And once your hips are open But to keep them square and lift that leg, then go for it. Inhale, half lift. Flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Put a deep bend in that knee and tap those left toes back. Inhale, reach up, crescent pose. One breath here. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back and chaturanga. We're going to pause at the chaturanga hover. Tuck the belly button in. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Send those hips up and back. Take a moment to pedal out the feet. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down to reach up. Palms kiss at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Plant your hands. Step or hop back. And chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And don't skip a chaturanga. You can go knees, chest, chin. Take your practice at your own pace. Child's pose is always welcome. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, reach your arms up, crescent pose. And exhale, open up, warrior two. Good time to adjust your yoga pants if you need to. And then seal the pinky toe edge of the right foot down. See if you can roll the outer edge of the right ankle down. Tuck your tailbone under. Left knee is directly over left ankle. And notice, is your left ankle aligned with your right, heel to heel? Some people find a little more stability going heel to center of arch, and that it can be a little harder on the hips. And then let your gaze just softly land on the tip of your left middle finger. Straighten your left leg. And on your exhale, hinge forward. Come down to triangle pose. Your hand can land on a block on the top of your shin, or maybe even on the floor. Gaze looks up. Soft bend in that right knee, just so that you're not locking out the knee joint. And if it feels better for your neck, you can look down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, reverse triangle. Deep breath here. Expand through the left ribs. Then on your exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step your left foot back, and chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, come up to crescent. Whoop, I kind of wobbly there too. Exhale, open it up to warrior two. Again, sealing the outer edge of the left foot down. That foot's at about a 45-degree angle. Right knee over right ankle, aligning heel to heel or heel to arch. And then scoop the tailbone under, draw the belly button in, buckle those front hip points together. Finding a lot of strength and stability in the low body here. We're going for a lot of hip openers today, some heart openers, shoulders. And we just tend to think of this as kind of a hard pose, but very much a hip opener. Let the gaze land on the right middle finger and return to your Ujjayi breath. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Flip the right palm and exhale, lean forward until you can't lean forward anymore. And set the hand down to your shin, coming into triangle pose. You have options here. I encourage you not to put all of your weight into the right hand on the shin. If you can, see if you can engage your core here. Maybe bring the back of your hand to the inside of your calf or your ankle. Or if you have a block nearby, you can put it on the tall side. And then see if you can rotate that left hip back. Open the heart up to the left a little bit more. Imagine I'm coming around and grabbing you by the right ribs and just very gently and kindly pulling your heart open to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, left hand to left leg or turn your foot back. Reverse triangle. Right arm floats up. Let the shoulders glide down the back. Open up through the right ribs. And on your next exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step your right foot back to your left and chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale your left, step it forward. Inhale, come up for crescent. And this time you're going to eagle wrap your right arm under your left. Hug the hips into the center. Lift up through the elbows. Press the hands away from your face. Tucking your tailbone under, engage your core. Buckle those hip points together. And then see if you can find a little lift through the back of the heart. Lift up through the elbows and the hands. And keep breathing here. Option to stay there, or maybe you want to take humble warrior and bring your left shoulder to your left knee. Very slowly. Exhale, release your arms, open up to warrior two. Gaze looks over the left middle finger. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Your right hand can go down the right thigh or around your low back. Left hand reaches up. And exhale, left elbow to left knee, extended side angle. Feel the outer edge of your right foot down, pinky toe edge really reaching down. Right arm reaches up over your head. Fingertips really reaching to the top corner of the room in front of you. And then deepen the bend in your left knee. See if you can hover your left elbow off of your knee. If the answer is no, it's totally okay. Show up exactly where you are today. And then option to drop the left hand inside the left foot. Maybe you reach that right arm around your low back and grab into the hip crease of the left side. You can always go for a block. And then extend the right arm up. Cartwheel back up to warrior two. One breath here. And on your exhale, cartwheel your hands down and chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Now you know what's coming on this side. Inhale up to crescent. See if you can be a little bit more present with it. Find that ujjayi breath. Grab a prop if you need it. Inhale, eagle wrap the left arm under right. You can go palm to palm or backs of your hands together. And then take a moment to find proper alignment in the low body. So soft bend in the left knee, tuck your tailbone. Right knee is over your right ankle. And then engaging your core, belly button draws in and up. Find a little space in the back of your heart. And lift your elbows up. Maybe your gaze looks up. Palms press away from your face. You can stay here, or you can come to humble warrior, right shoulder to right knee. Your top of your thigh. Maybe that's where you are today. Or maybe you bring everything in and go for a little bit more challenge. A little length in the back of the neck. Hug the right hip into the center. And lift up through the back of the left thigh. Inhale, vinyasa. Exhale, open it up to warrior two. Again, great opportunity to adjust your yoga pants if you need to. Seal the outer edge, the left foot down. Right knee over your right ankle, tuck that tailbone. You know all these cues by now, engage the core. Inhale, or sorry, maybe on your exhale, wrap the left arm around the low back. Right arm reaches up for reverse warrior. One breath here. And then exhale, extended side angle, right elbow to right knee, palm faces up. And then extend your left arm overhead, palm faces down. Gaze looks under the left arm. And then check in with your low body. How's your alignment? You know all of my cues by now. Can you find a little bit more strength from the center of your body, from your core? Maybe so much so that you can hover that right arm. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you drop the right hand. Maybe that's enough for you. You can play with wrapping the left arm around the low back and reaching for the right hip crease. Maybe your gaze looks back or down. But are you scrunching your shoulders up to your neck? And then inhale, reach your left arm up. Come back up to warrior two for one breath. And then on your exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back, and chaturanga. In up dog, pause for a moment. You can take a full breath here if you'd like to. Reach your heart forward. Draw the belly button in and up. Find a little length through the top. And exhale, down dog. Take a moment to pedal out your feet here. Any changes in your hips, your thighs? Inhale, look forward. Exhale, back or of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down to reach up. Palms kiss at the top. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down. Plant your hands, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Let's take vinyasa. So, heel step top of the front. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down to reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down. Plant your hands, step back, and chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So do 2 more of those on your own. We'll meet in down dog. You can also always just go for child's pose if that's what you need today. Full disclosure, I'm doing this because I was totally out of breath from teaching. You can't tell, but Adam thinks I'm hilarious. Bending into down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. This time, drop the right knee. Flip the right foot and inhale, reach your arms up. Send that right hip forward, left hip back. And on your exhale, plant your right hand, send the left arm up. Hug everything into the midline and find a little twist from the belly button. Gaze looks up. Exhale, plant your hands. And then bring the left hand inside the left foot. Walk the left foot over. Option to stay here. Maybe that's plenty for you. You can come down to forearms if you'd like. Or you can also straighten the right foot, roll over onto the outer edge of the right foot and onto the outer edge of the left foot. Maybe you hang there. Maybe you press that left knee away. But really grip into the fingertips of the right hand. Reach the heart forward, glide the shoulders down the back. And if that gets to be too much, you can come out of it a little bit and taking any variation of lizard pose that you want to. You can come down to your forearms. This is my personal favorite. Stack your fists and rest your forehead. Maybe you close your eyes here. Return to your senses, to your breath. You catch your mind freaking out. If it's because you're in any kind of physical pain, then please back out. You can always take child's pose or any variation that does not hurt your body. But if it's because your mind is just uncomfortable, then I encourage you to return to your Ujjayi breath, find that kind of meditative ocean sound, and just observe any changes that that might cause. Surrender. And then unstack your fists, plant your hands, draw the left knee very slowly and carefully back into the center, and then you might need to heel toe your left foot out to the outer edge. Plant your hands in the middle, and then straighten your right leg, step it up to meet your left, and sit your hips down for Malasana. And bring your hands to your heart center, turn your toes out slightly. Let your hips get really nice and heavy here, finding some opening. You can bring the elbows inside your knees, hands to your heart center, and maybe the elbows kind of press your knees open. Press into your hands. And as you do that, can you find a little length in your spine? Lift up through the ears, through the sides of your neck, and let the shoulders draw away from your ears. If crow pose is in your practice, or if there's any other forearm balance that you'd like to take, now is a great time to do it. So you can plant your hands, spread your fingertips wide, step your heels in and press your knees into the backs of your forearms. Bend your elbows and draw the elbows directly over your wrists. Engage your belly, lift up through the back of your heart, and play with lifting your feet. You can take a couple crow poses here if you'd like. You can stay in Malasana. Awesome, Adam. Can you lift up through the back of the heart a little bit more? And then when you're done, plant your hands, step your left foot back. You can take any variation of lizard pose that you want here. I'm going to go with the dropped left knee and top of my foot. And then roll onto the outer edge of the right foot if that feels good for you. Come down to forearms. Will you pass me a block? Thank you. And if you have a block handy, I'm a big fan of resting my hands on the block while I rest my forehead. It feels really good to rest your head on something. Signals to your brain that you can let go, that it doesn't have to hold on. And again, return to your Ujjayi breath here. And then when it's time to come out, I'm going to take Adam's cue here. Let your hands draw the right knee into the center. And this time step the right foot back. You can spread your knees wide, big toes together, sit your hips all the way back. And then reach your fingertips forward for child pose. And if you have hypermobile joints like I do, you can just tend to fingertips, so you extend down to the shoulder. It's also really important because it's going to open. If you want a little more, getting your hands bare, palms and melt your heart. If you do have one, maybe you can prop one under each elbow. And then straighten your arms. Come forward onto your belly. Bring your knees into the center. Roll down onto your belly. And then you're going to come up to kind of a Sphinx pose. And then cross the left arm under the right. And slowly lift your head up. Draw your right elbow and left elbow back to their respective sides. And then draw the right arm behind the left this time. And we'll do it on the other side. Walk the fingertips out to the sides, palms down, forehead to the mat. Notice if you're holding any tension in your jaw, your tongue. And then on your next inhale, slowly come back to center. And then press yourself back. You can rotate your hips around, come to a seat in the center of your mat. And then grabbing the backs of your knees, back onto your spine, up and down your mat a couple of times, and just giving yourself a little bit of a spinal massage. And as you roll back, stay on your back, by your chest. You can straighten your left leg or keep both knees in, whatever feels best for you if you have a preference. Your hips over to the right, just maybe 2 inches. Hold your right knee with your left hand and draw the knee across your body, keeping your right shoulder to the floor. And then let go. Close your eyes. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Notice if there's any gripping in your body. And if you're forking your knee too far, you can back out of the twist a little bit. And release any gripping in your hips. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Hug both knees into your chest and straighten out your hips. Extend your right leg this time and maybe scoot your hips over to the left a couple of inches, and then draw the left knee across your body to the right. Extend your left arm out to the side, keeping both shoulders to the floor. And the next inhale, bring you back to center. Scoot the hips. And exhale and grab the outer edges of your feet for happy baby pose. Drawing the knees down to your armpits. Maybe you straighten your back and press the back of your sacrum into the floor. rocking side to side. Maybe you round the back. Give it a little bit more of a massage. And then when you're ready, extend your legs long. You're going to extend your arms overhead. Walk your arms and the back of your head over to the left so that you're kind of in a half crescent pose. And then step your left foot over and cross your right foot over the left. Let your shoulders get heavy. Maybe your gaze even drops over to the left. So that you look like a crescent moon or a banana. And then release any gripping. And step the right foot off of the left. Slowly bring your head and shoulders back to center, and then over to the right. Step the left foot over the right. And let go. And step the left foot off of the right. Bring everything back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll up into a tight little ball. Maybe you even lift your head and let your hands fall down by your sides, setting up for Shavasana. And if there's anything else that you need to do to get comfortable here, you can grab a sweatshirt or some socks, a blanket, and drape something over your eyes. To completely surrender here. And find a little softness in the muscles around your eyes. Relax your jaw. Let your feet heavily. And completely surrender here. Start to bring a little life back with your fingers into the. You covered yourself with a blanket or something for your eyes. You can remove it now. I invite you to keep your eyes closed. Inhale deeply and extend your legs long, your arms overhead. And on your exhale, roll over onto one side, cradling yourself in fetal position for a moment. Starting to bring some life back into your body, awareness and consciousness. I love this pose because it symbolizes rebirth, the beginning of a new cycle, which will carry you into your day until you go to sleep tonight. On your next inhale, press yourself gently up into a seat, and I invite you to keep your eyes closed if that feels good for you. And find a comfortable seat. You can rest your hands on the tops of your thighs, on your knees, in a mudra if you'd like. And root down through your sit bones. Stack your vertebra one on top of the other. Drop your shoulders down your back and tuck your chin in slightly to your throat so that you can lift up through the back of your head, through your ears, through the roof of your mouth. And invite in a more intentional breath here, breathing into your belly, allowing it to expand outward on your inhale. And once you've filled your belly completely, fill your rib cage. And then pause full at the top, holding your breath. Unless you're pregnant, then please breathe normally. And when you can't hold it any longer, pop your mouth open and exhale. Breathing again into your belly, into your rib cage, and into your heart space. Slurp in a little bit more air and hold it full at the top. And this time, I want you to let out a big sigh when you exhale. One more time together, inhaling into the belly, into your ribs, and then into your heart. Hold it full. Exhale, sigh it out. Please drop your chin to your chest. You can bring your hands to your heart in prayer if you'd like. And just take a moment here to invite in a sense of gratitude. Naming maybe one or three things that you feel grateful for today or in your life overall. It can be as simple as showing up for your practice today. And once you have that sense of gratitude, you can very gently start to blink your eyes open and find a focal point on the floor in front of you. Slowly allow your focus to allow in more of the room, taking in the periphery, taking in the outside world. And when I can return up to the camera, if you'd like to, or to the screen. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. The light in the light with you. Namaste. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Happy spring. I hope you feel great. Don't forget to drink lots of water and be nice to each other. Oh, my hair's doing a cool thing.